In today's world, the excessive use of Photoshop can be found in almost all of the images we see. From advertisements to magazines, we are endlessly surrounded by these unrealistic images. Today, I will be addressing 3 major issues caused by Photoshop. Firstly, promoting a flawless physique through Photoshop causes people to have unrealistic expectations of how their body should look. Secondly, not only does this excessive use of Photoshop send out a poor message, it can cause low self-esteem and body image issues. Finally, I will address how Photoshop is stealing our individuality. To begin with, the use of Photoshop creates unrealistic goals. Have you ever looked on the front cover of a magazine and felt that you are unworthy? The truth is that these images of people we see are complete lies. Through the use of Photoshop, not only can a person's entire appearance be altered, but an entirely new person can be created. Our society's standards of beauty have been continually increasing so much that they are now impossible to achieve without the use of Photoshop. Therefore, it is extremely distressing when people strive to meet these unrealistic expectations. The truth is that beauty cannot be measured by a scale or defined and narrowed down to just one style. Photoshop is one of the main contributing factors that lead to unhealthy body image issues. Through the use of Photoshop, even an 80-year-old grandfather can look instantly 40 with the click of a button. The trouble is, we only see what's advertised, and we never get to see the reality. We then waste too much of our time standing in front of the mirror, criticizing ourselves, and comparing how we look to those perfect bodies on magazines. This results in extreme insecurity and self-loathing thoughts. Studies have shown that countries more exposed to Photoshop have higher incidence of eating disorders. Sure, Photoshop may be beneficial to big companies who only care about making sales and profit. However, it is in no way beneficial to your friends, your family, your son, your daughter. It is in no way beneficial to those torturing themselves just so that they can have a body that society approves. Photoshop is not only retouching bodies, but it is retouching our minds. Photoshop is taking away our sense of individuality. It is not fair that people in today's society get judged based on how they look, rather than on how they behave. Through this superficial scrutiny, true friendships can never be achieved, as we only focus on the outward appearance of a person. As a result of this, rather than being who we want to be, we are conforming to how society stereotypes, losing our identity. In magazines and on the internet, we are being lied to constantly. Photoshop leads to unrealistic standards that are in no way beneficial. It is stripping us of our uniqueness. But I want to tell you all that Photoshop is a lie. And the truth is that each and every single one of us is beautiful inside and out, no matter how much the media tries to tell us otherwise. Beauty is not in the face, but it is a light from within.
Well done.